Welcome everyone. Today we're diving into a powerful book that has inspired millions to take charge of their lives, Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. In this transformative guide, Robbins gives us the tools to master our emotions, reshape our beliefs, and take decisive actions toward creating the life we truly want. This book isn't just about setting goals, it's about reprogramming our mindset, breaking free from limitations, and awakening the immense potential within us. If you're ready to discover actionable strategies for personal growth, financial success, and lasting happiness, then stick around as we explore Robbins' step-by-step journey to unleashing your inner giant. Part 1. Unleash your power. In Part 1, Tony Robbins delves into the foundational steps for personal transformation. This section centers around the idea that the power to change lies within each individual, and that harnessing this power can shape one's destiny. Robbins emphasizes that the journey to fulfillment and success begins with understanding the incredible influence our decisions, beliefs, and mindset have on the quality of our lives. Here's a deeper dive into each chapter in this section. Chapter 1. Dreams of Destiny. Robbins begins by exploring the concept of dreams of destiny. He encourages readers to envision their ideal life and ask themselves what they truly want, not just in terms of material wealth, but also emotional fulfillment, meaningful relationships, and overall life satisfaction. This vision, or dream of destiny, becomes a personal blueprint for transformation. Robbins suggests that clarity is power, meaning that once someone clearly defines their dreams and goals, the path to achieving them becomes much more straightforward. To start, he encourages readers to let go of any self-imposed limitations and societal expectations that may have narrowed their sense of possibility. Robbins explains that societal conditioning often teaches us to aim low, conform, and play it safe, which can suffocate our ambitions. By reconnecting with our inner dreams and desires, we ignite the energy needed for transformation. He believes that visualizing a compelling future creates emotional leverage, motivating us to move forward even when obstacles arise. Chapter 2. Decisions. The pathway to power. Robbins then focuses on the power of decisions. He argues that decisions, not conditions, determine our destiny. The decisions we make, consciously or unconsciously, shape every area of our lives, from our relationships and finances to our health and happiness. This chapter teaches that decisions are not limited to major life choices, but include small, daily decisions that add up over time. To emphasize the importance of decisions, Robbins introduces the concept of a moment of decision, a point in time when a decision is made that changes the course of one's life. For example, deciding to pursue a new career or commit to a healthier lifestyle can open up new paths and opportunities. Robbins explains that in moments of decision, we must focus on clarity and alignment with our values and goals. He also discusses the necessity of commitment in decision-making. A true decision, according to Robbins, is one that is backed by action. Making a decision without a strong commitment to follow through is only wishful thinking. To build commitment, Robbins suggests starting with small, consistent actions that align with the larger goal, as these small steps build confidence and momentum. Chapter 3. The force that shapes your life. In this chapter, Robbins discusses the incredible impact that beliefs have on shaping our experiences. Beliefs act as filters through which we interpret the world, influencing how we perceive situations, respond to challenges, and pursue opportunities. Robbins explains that empowering beliefs can propel us forward, while limiting beliefs can hold us back. To illustrate this, he uses the metaphor of a table with legs. The tabletop represents a belief, and the legs represent references or experiences that support the belief. If a person believes they are not good enough, that belief is supported by various legs or past experiences that seem to confirm it. Robbins argues that by challenging and replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones, we can effectively change the tabletop of our reality. Robbins offers strategies for reshaping beliefs, such as finding evidence to support new, empowering beliefs, and mentally rehearsing situations where these beliefs are beneficial. This chapter emphasizes the power of self-reflection and conscious belief building. By carefully examining and choosing our beliefs, we take control of the direction of our lives. Chapter 4: Belief Systems: The Power to Create and the Power to Destroy. Building on the previous chapter, Robbins delves further into the structure of belief systems and their profound impact on human behavior. He highlights how beliefs act as a set of rules we live by, dictating what we think is possible and permissible. Robbins argues that these beliefs are like self-fulfilling prophecies. For instance, if someone believes they cannot succeed in a certain area, they may avoid trying altogether, thus reinforcing their belief in their own limitation. To change beliefs, Robbins suggests identifying the root of each limiting belief and questioning its validity. Often, these beliefs are formed early in life or during emotional events and are not based on current reality. By challenging these beliefs and actively choosing empowering alternatives, individuals can begin to reshape their perception of what is possible. This chapter also introduces the idea of modeling. Robbins explains that by observing and emulating the beliefs of successful people, we can adopt a more productive belief system. He encourages readers to study the habits, thoughts, and beliefs of those they admire, and to incorporate these traits into their own lives. This method of modeling helps individuals break free from unproductive mindsets and align with a mindset that supports their goals. Chapter 5: Can change happen in an instant? Robbins challenges the notion that change is a slow, arduous process. He argues that while preparation and understanding are essential, the actual moment of change often happens in an instant. This moment is marked by a clear decision to shift from one state to another, whether it's quitting a bad habit, committing to a goal, or adopting a new perspective. Robbins uses numerous examples to illustrate how people experience threshold moments that lead to instant change. These moments are typically triggered by intense emotion or a realization that compels someone to take immediate action. For example, someone might suddenly quit smoking after a health scare or change their financial habits after a period of hardship. Robbins believes that by creating enough emotional leverage and focusing on a compelling reason for change, anyone can reach this threshold and make instant changes. He introduces the concept of pain and pleasure as motivators. Humans are motivated either to avoid pain or gain pleasure. By associating enough pain with old habits and enough pleasure with new behaviors, we can make change more attractive and achievable. This method of using pain and pleasure to influence behavior is foundational to his approach to transformation. Chapter 6: How to Change Anything in Your Life: The Science of Neuroassociative Conditioning. In this chapter, Robbins presents neuroassociative conditioning, NAC, a system he developed to create lasting change. NAC is based on the idea that we can recondition our minds by changing the associations we make with certain behaviors. By associating pleasure with empowering behaviors and pain with negative ones, we can reshape our habits and behaviors. Robbins outlines the 5 steps of NAC, which involve identifying the behavior you want to change, linking pain to the negative behavior, finding an empowering alternative, reinforcing the new behavior, and conditioning it until it becomes automatic. For example, if someone wants to break the habit of procrastination, they would begin by linking procrastination to pain, e.g., stress, missed opportunities, and link productivity to pleasure, e.g., satisfaction, achievement. Robbins explains that by repeatedly using NAC techniques, individuals can train their minds to adopt new behaviors. This conditioning process is essential for making lasting changes and avoiding the frustration of short-term success followed by regression. Chapter 7. How to get what you really want. In this chapter, Robbins discusses goal setting as a tool for creating a clear vision of the future. He suggests setting goals in all major areas of life, personal, financial, emotional, and spiritual, to create a balanced and fulfilling life. Robbins emphasizes that goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound, SMART, to be effective. He introduces the idea of chunking to break large goals into smaller, manageable tasks. By dividing big goals into achievable steps, individuals can build momentum and stay motivated. Robbins also recommends celebrating small victories to reinforce progress and maintain motivation. This chapter is particularly empowering as it encourages readers to set goals that align with their core values and life vision. Rather than simply chasing success for its own sake, Robbins advocates for goal setting that brings personal fulfillment and growth. Chapter 8. Questions are the answer. Robbins believes that questions play a crucial role in shaping our lives. The questions we ask ourselves on a daily basis direct our focus, influence our emotions, and ultimately affect our actions. By asking empowering questions, we can steer our thoughts and behaviors toward positive outcomes. For example, instead of asking, "Why does this always happen to me?" a person could ask, "What can I learn from this experience?" Or, "How can I use this to become stronger?" Robbins explains that empowering questions help shift perspective, open up solutions, and keep individuals focused on growth. He encourages readers to create a list of empowering questions to use daily, especially in moments of stress or self-doubt. This technique of using questions as mental triggers can help maintain a positive mindset and reinforce a proactive approach to challenges. Chapter 9. The vocabulary of ultimate success. Robbins concludes Part 1 by discussing the power of language. He explains that the words we use to describe our experiences influence our emotions and behaviors. Using empowering language can elevate our emotional state, while negative language can drag us down. For example, instead of saying "I'm frustrated," someone could say, "I'm feeling a little challenged." This subtle shift reduces the intensity of the negative emotion and opens the mind to problem solving. Robbins encourages readers to build a vocabulary of empowering words that can reshape their emotional experiences and improve their interactions with others. Here's an expanded summary of House. Part 2. Taking Control, the Master System. From Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. In this section, Robbins delves deeply into what he calls the master system that governs our behaviors, decisions, and ultimately, our lives. He explains that this system, composed of our emotions, values, beliefs, and identity, directs everything we do. By learning to understand and consciously shape this master system, we can create lives of fulfillment, joy, and purpose. Part 2. Taking Control, the Master System. In Part 2, Robbins guides readers through the mechanics of the master system, breaking down how it influences our everyday actions and decisions. This section teaches readers to identify and leverage the underlying forces that shape their experiences. By gaining mastery over these forces, Robbins argues, we can take control of our lives and build the foundations for lasting happiness and success. This part is divided into several chapters, each focusing on a different element of the master system and providing practical steps to harness its power. Chapter 10. The 10 Emotions of Power. Robbins opens this chapter with the concept of the 10 emotions of power, which he defines as essential emotional states that can fuel personal growth and resilience. These emotions include love, gratitude, passion, determination, flexibility, confidence, cheerfulness, vitality, contribution, and curiosity. Robbins explains that by cultivating these emotions, we can establish a foundation for positive mental health and productivity. Each of these emotions has its unique value. Love fosters a sense of connection and compassion, essential for building meaningful relationships. Gratitude reminds us to appreciate what we have, grounding us and helping us maintain a positive perspective. Passion fuels motivation and creativity, driving us to pursue our dreams with energy. Determination helps us overcome challenges and remain steadfast in the face of adversity. Flexibility enables us to adapt to change, reducing stress and allowing us to flow with life's ups and downs. Confidence boosts our self-belief, which in turn encourages us to take risks and pursue our goals. Cheerfulness lightens our mental load, reminding us to approach life with joy. Vitality is the foundation of physical health and mental alertness, helping us stay energized. Contribution fosters a sense of purpose, giving our actions meaning beyond ourselves. Curiosity keeps us open to learning and growth, constantly expanding our knowledge and perspectives. Robbins suggests using these emotions as daily anchors by consciously fostering them, which allows individuals to create a resilient mindset that empowers them through both good times and challenging periods. He also explains that these emotions don't come naturally to everyone. Rather, they must be cultivated through intentional practice. Chapter 11. Ultimate Influence, Your Master System. In Chapter 11, Robbins introduces the concept of the master system itself, describing it as the governing framework that directs our every thought, action, and decision. This system is composed of three main elements. 1. Emotions. Our emotional state affects our thoughts, behaviors, and perceptions. 2. Values. These are the principles and standards we hold dear, which guide our decisions and priorities. Beliefs and rules. These determine what we consider to be possible, impossible, right, or wrong, and they shape our actions accordingly. Robbins explains that by understanding how these elements interact, we can start to exert influence over our responses to situations. For example, a person who values honesty above all may feel uncomfortable in a job that requires bending the truth, while someone who values financial security may prioritize career choices that offer stability over excitement. These internal guides help us navigate life's complexities, but if they are misaligned or poorly understood, they can lead us down paths that don't serve our true selves. The key to mastering this system, according to Robbins, lies in consciously examining and reshaping it to align with our true desires. Robbins emphasizes that people are not prisoners of their current values and beliefs. They can redefine their values, reshape their beliefs, and thereby realign their master system with their life goals. Chapter 12. Life Values, Your Personal Compass. In this chapter, Robbins introduces the concept of life values, describing them as a personal compass that guides our decisions and ultimately shapes our experiences. He explains that values are not simply preferences, they represent our deepest priorities. Values determine what we pursue and avoid, whether consciously or subconsciously. For example, someone who highly values family will make choices that support family relationships, while someone who values adventure might prioritize travel and exploration. Robbins differentiates between moving toward values we seek to fulfill, and moving away from values we seek to avoid. Examples of moving toward values include love, success, and health, while moving away from values might include fear, rejection, and failure. By understanding both types, we gain insight into what drives and limits us. Robbins encourages readers to identify their top values and examine whether they truly serve their life goals. Often, people discover that their values have been shaped by external influences, such as family, culture, or society, rather than their true desires. By re-evaluating these values, individuals can begin to prioritize those that align with their personal growth and fulfillment. Robbins recommends creating a list of core values and ranking them, then asking whether these values reflect what they truly want in life. If not, he suggests reordering or even replacing certain values to create a hierarchy that leads toward desired outcomes. Chapter 13. Rules. If you're not happy, here's why. In this chapter, Robbins introduces the concept of rules, which are the conditions we set for ourselves about how our values should be met. These rules dictate what needs to happen for us to feel happy, successful, or loved. For example, someone might have a rule that says, "I will only feel successful if I am earning a six-figure salary." Such a rule creates a high threshold for feeling successful, which could limit the person's happiness and self-esteem. Robbins explains that these rules are often unexamined and inherited from past experiences or societal expectations. The problem with these rigid rules is that they can make happiness and fulfillment difficult to attain. For instance, a person with strict rules for feeling appreciated or valued might feel disappointed if others don't meet their exact expectations, leading to unnecessary frustration. He encourages readers to examine and rewrite their personal rules to make them more flexible and achievable. By setting more empowering and attainable rules, individuals can experience fulfillment more easily and frequently. Robbins suggests asking questions like, "What has to happen for me to feel successful?" and then simplifying the answer. This process helps individuals create rules that work in their favor rather than against them. Chapter 14. References, the fabric of life. Robbins describes references as the fabric of life, the experiences and knowledge that shape our beliefs and values. References are our mental archives, memories, experiences, and observations that inform how we perceive the world. They can be empowering, like past successes that boost confidence, or limiting, like negative experiences that fuel fears and doubts. In this chapter, Robbins emphasizes the importance of building a diverse set of positive references. He argues that by actively creating and focusing on empowering references, we can reshape our beliefs and improve our self-confidence. For example, a person who wants to become more confident might reflect on moments of past success, however small, as evidence of their capabilities. Robbins also discusses the value of learning from others' references, using stories and lessons from successful people to create a mental blueprint for achieving our own goals. Robbins encourages readers to curate their references carefully, as our memories and experiences define our reality. By focusing on empowering experiences and minimizing the impact of negative references, individuals can create a positive foundation that supports their aspirations and goals. Chapter 15. Identity, the key to expansion. The concept of identity, according to Robbins, is one of the most powerful forces in the master system. He argues that our sense of identity defines what we believe we are capable of and how we act in the world. If someone identifies as a hard worker, they will naturally seek out situations where they can prove their diligence. On the other hand, someone who identifies as unlucky might unconsciously attract circumstances that reinforce that self-perception. In this chapter, Robbins stresses the importance of aligning our identity with our goals. He explains that when our actions are in harmony with our self-concept, achieving our goals becomes much easier. For instance, if someone wants to lose weight but identifies as a food lover who doesn't like exercise, they will face significant inner resistance. Changing that identity to something like a health-conscious individual who enjoys physical activity will make the journey smoother and more sustainable. Robbins recommends a process of identity expansion, where individuals consciously redefine their self-concept to match their desired outcomes. He suggests using affirmations visualizations, and aligning daily actions with this new identity. By expanding our sense of who we are and what we're capable of, we create space for personal growth and greater achievements. Chapter 16: Designing Your Destiny. In the final chapter of Part 2, Robbins brings together all the elements of the master system to guide readers in designing their destiny. He argues that by mastering emotions, values, beliefs, rules, references, and identity, individuals gain the power to consciously shape their future. This chapter focuses on proactive steps for setting goals, making plans, and taking consistent action. Robbins encourages readers to start with a clear vision of what they want to achieve. He emphasizes that the act of envisioning a desired outcome creates motivation and helps individuals identify the steps necessary to reach their goals. Once this vision is established, he recommends using the principles from the previous chapters to create an actionable plan. For instance, by aligning one's values with their goals, simplifying personal rules for happiness, and expanding their identity to include new ambitions, individuals can break free from self-imposed limitations. The chapter concludes with an emphasis on commitment and persistence. Robbins reminds readers that designing a fulfilling life requires not only planning, but also the resolve to stay consistent. He suggests using a daily ritual of self-reflection to stay aligned with one's goals and values. By continually assessing their master system and making adjustments as necessary, readers can remain on a path of growth and fulfillment. Part 3: The 7 Days to Shape Your Life. In Part 3, Robbins provides a practical framework for transforming one's life through daily exercises and reflections. This 7-day plan is intended to help readers integrate the concepts of the master system and build momentum for personal change. Each day focuses on a specific life area, including emotional resilience, physical health, relationships, finances, values, time management, and relaxation. Robbins believes that by dedicating just 1 week to focused self-improvement, individuals can set a new trajectory toward achieving their most significant goals. Day 1: Emotional Destiny, the only true success. Robbins begins the 7-day journey with a focus on emotional health. He argues that emotional resilience is foundational to all forms of success because our emotions color every experience, relationship, and decision. According to Robbins, learning to master emotions enables us to handle life's challenges more effectively and avoid becoming overwhelmed by negative states. On day 1, Robbins introduces readers to the idea of emotional patterns, which are habitual ways of responding to situations. He suggests identifying our typical emotional responses and consciously replacing unproductive patterns with more empowering ones. For example, someone who often feels anxious in social situations might practice reframing their thoughts to see these encounters as opportunities for connection rather than sources of stress. Robbins encourages readers to list their most common negative emotions and then come up with positive emotions they would like to experience instead. For each negative emotion, he recommends identifying an empowering antidote emotion. For instance, if someone frequently experiences anger, they might choose calm or compassion as a replacement emotion. By visualizing and rehearsing these new emotional responses, individuals can gradually recondition their minds. Additionally, Robbins suggests using physiology, the way we use our bodies, to influence emotions. He explains that by adopting certain postures, breathing patterns, and facial expressions, we can shift our emotional states. For example, standing tall with an open posture can help someone feel more confident. By combining physiological changes with mental reframing, individuals can create a powerful toolkit for managing their emotions. Day 2: Physical Destiny, Prison of Pain or Palace of Pleasure. Day 2 focuses on physical health, which Robbins describes as the vehicle through which we experience life. He argues that our physical well-being has a profound impact on our emotional and mental states, as well as our capacity to achieve our goals. Robbins believes that health and vitality are essential to living fully, as they provide the energy and stamina required to pursue one's dreams. On this day, Robbins encourages readers to assess their current physical condition and identify any habits that may be undermining their health, such as poor diet, lack of exercise, or inadequate sleep. He explains that many people struggle with health because they associate pleasure with unhealthy habits, like comfort eating, and pain with healthy behaviors, like exercise. To address this, he suggests using neuro-associative conditioning, NAC, to rewire these associations. For instance, someone who dislikes exercising might start by associating it with the long-term pleasure of vitality and fitness. Robbins also discusses the importance of developing a proactive mindset toward health. Instead of only addressing health when problems arise, he recommends creating a preventative plan, including regular exercise, a balanced diet, sufficient hydration, and quality sleep. Robbins encourages readers to set achievable health goals and start with small, manageable steps. By building positive habits gradually, individuals can create a sustainable lifestyle that supports their physical well-being. To conclude day 2, Robbins provides an exercise routine that includes stretching, cardiovascular exercises, and strength training. He also discusses the importance of enjoying the process, suggesting that readers find physical activities they genuinely enjoy to make regular exercise feel less like a chore and more like a source of pleasure. Day 3. Relationship Destiny, the place to share and care. Relationships are the focus of day 3. As Robbins argues that fulfilling relationships are one of the most significant contributors to happiness and life satisfaction. He explains that humans are inherently social beings, and our connections with others provide meaning, support, and joy. However, building healthy relationships requires self-awareness, empathy, and effective communication. On this day, Robbins encourages readers to examine their current relationships, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or romantic partners. He suggests identifying any areas of dissatisfaction or unfulfilled expectations and considering how they might improve these dynamics. Robbins emphasizes that relationship problems often stem from unrealistic expectations, poor communication, or a lack of understanding of the other person's needs. He introduces the concept of love strategies, which are individualized ways people express and receive love. Robbins explains that understanding our own love strategies and those of the people around us can greatly improve relationship quality. For instance, someone might feel most loved through words of affirmation, while another person may value quality time. By identifying these preferences, we can tailor our interactions to meet each other's needs better. Robbins also discusses the power of empathy and active listening. He argues that by genuinely seeking to understand others, we can build deeper connections and foster trust. He suggests practical exercises like spending uninterrupted time with loved ones, expressing gratitude, and actively listening without judgment. These practices create an environment where people feel valued and understood, which strengthens relational bonds. Day 4. Financial Destiny, small steps to a small or large fortune. On day 4, Robbins turns his attention to finances, a topic he believes is central to personal freedom. He emphasizes that financial success is not only about accumulating wealth, but also about developing a positive relationship with money. Robbins argues that many people struggle financially because they have limiting beliefs about money, such as thinking that wealth is only for a select few, or that money is inherently bad. Robbins encourages readers to identify and challenge any limiting beliefs about money. He explains that by reframing these beliefs, we can develop a healthier mindset that attracts financial opportunities. For example, rather than seeing money as a source of stress, Robbins suggests viewing it as a tool for creating freedom, security, and the ability to make a positive impact. He also provides practical advice on financial management, such as creating a budget, reducing unnecessary expenses, and setting clear financial goals. Robbins introduces the concept of compounding. As a powerful wealth-building strategy, encouraging readers to save and invest consistently over time. He suggests starting with small steps, like setting aside a portion of each paycheck and gradually increasing contributions as income grows. Robbins emphasizes the importance of financial literacy, urging readers to educate themselves about budgeting, investing, and wealth building. By developing a proactive approach to money, individuals can achieve financial independence and use their resources to create a life of greater choice and opportunity. Day 5. Be impeccable. Your code of conduct. Day 5 is about integrity and personal standards. Robbins believes that living with integrity, meaning being true to one's values and commitments, is essential for self-respect and fulfillment. He argues that when people act in ways that align with their core beliefs, they experience a sense of inner peace and confidence. Conversely, acting against one's values leads to self-doubt and dissatisfaction. Robbins encourages readers to define a personal code of conduct, which is a set of standards that represent their highest ideals. This code serves as a guide for making decisions and interacting with others. For instance, someone might decide that honesty, kindness, and responsibility are their core values, and they commit to embodying these qualities in their daily life. He explains that living according to a code of conduct provides a sense of purpose and stability, especially during difficult times. By adhering to one's standards, individuals can maintain their integrity and build self-confidence. Robbins also suggests reflecting regularly on one's behavior to ensure it aligns with their values and making adjustments as necessary to stay on the right path. Day 6. Master your time and life. Time management is the focus of Day 6, as Robbins believes that how we use our time ultimately determines our success and happiness. He argues that time is one of our most valuable resources, yet it is often mismanaged due to lack of planning or a reactive mindset. Robbins encourages readers to adopt a proactive approach to time management by setting clear priorities and goals. He suggests creating a life plan that outlines both short-term and long-term objectives, helping individuals stay focused on what matters most. By breaking large goals into smaller tasks, people can make steady progress and avoid feeling overwhelmed. He introduces several time management strategies, including chunking, grouping similar tasks together, eliminating distractions, and delegating tasks that don't require personal involvement. Robbins also emphasizes the importance of scheduling regular time for self-care, relationships, and relaxation to maintain a balanced life. Day 7. Rest and play. Even God took one day off. The final day of Robbins' 7-day program focuses on relaxation and play, which he views as essential for mental health and creativity. Robbins believes that taking time to recharge prevents burnout and enhances productivity. He emphasizes that relaxation is not a luxury, but a necessity for a fulfilling life. On Day 7, Robbins encourages readers to schedule activities they enjoy, whether it's spending time in nature, engaging in a hobby, or socializing with friends. By dedicating time to relaxation, individuals can return to their goals with renewed energy and focus. He also highlights the importance of celebrating progress, no matter how small, as a way to maintain motivation. Robbins concludes this part by emphasizing that integrating these 7 areas – emotions, health, relationships, finances, values, time management, and relaxation – creates a balanced and purposeful life. By dedicating just one day to each area, individuals can create a lasting foundation for personal growth and fulfillment. Part 4. A lesson in destiny. In Part 4, Robbins brings together the concepts and strategies he has introduced throughout the book to encourage readers to think about their legacy and the larger purpose of their lives. He argues that true fulfillment does not come merely from achieving personal success, wealth, or even happiness, but from making a meaningful contribution to the world. This section explores what it means to live a life of purpose and challenges readers to expand their ambitions beyond personal gain, to consider how they can impact others positively. Robbins sees this as the ultimate expression of an awakened giant, using one's personal power and influence to create a better world. Chapter 25: The Ultimate Challenge: What One Person Can Do. In this chapter, Robbins introduces readers to what he calls the ultimate challenge, which is to live a life of purpose and impact. He explains that after achieving personal goals and mastering the inner and outer aspects of life, there is still a deeper level of fulfillment that comes from contributing to something larger than oneself. Robbins refers to this as the spiritual side of success, where an individual's achievements and capabilities are directed toward making a positive difference in the lives of others. Robbins uses examples of historical and contemporary figures who have had a profound impact on the world, such as Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and Mother Teresa. He explains that these individuals found purpose not in personal gain, but in serving others. Robbins urges readers to ask themselves what kind of legacy they want to leave behind. What difference do they want to make in the world? He suggests that everyone, regardless of their background or circumstances, has the power to make a meaningful contribution. To illustrate the ripple effect of individual actions, Robbins shares stories of ordinary people who performed acts of kindness, generosity, or bravery that inspired others to do the same. He argues that even small positive actions can create a chain reaction that leads to broader change. By realizing that each person's contributions are interconnected, Robbins encourages readers to see their lives as part of a larger whole, living a life of contribution and service. Robbins expands on the idea of contribution by discussing the role of service in personal fulfillment. He explains that giving to others is one of the most powerful ways to experience a sense of purpose and joy. Acts of service, whether they involve time, resources, or kindness, provide a sense of meaning that goes beyond personal success. Robbins describes how the act of contributing to others' well-being helps to build connections, increase empathy, and foster a sense of unity. For Robbins, contribution doesn't have to mean grand gestures or global movements. It can start on a small scale. He emphasizes that everyone has unique skills, talents, and resources that they can use to help others. Whether it's mentoring a young person, volunteering in the community, or simply being there for a friend in need, these acts of service can be profoundly fulfilling. Robbins encourages readers to think about how they can use their strengths to make a difference in their own communities. To make contribution a habit, Robbins suggests creating a contribution plan, where individuals set aside time or resources regularly to give back. This plan can be as simple as committing to one act of kindness per week or volunteering once a month. By making contribution a consistent part of life, individuals integrate service into their identities, creating a sense of purpose that becomes deeply ingrained. Defining and pursuing your mission. Robbins explains that a life of purpose is driven by a clear mission, a central aim that gives direction to one's actions and goals. He believes that everyone has a unique mission that aligns with their passions, values, and talents. For some, this mission might be about supporting their family and loved ones. For others, it could involve making a difference in a particular field, such as education, health care, or environmental preservation. To identify this mission, Robbins encourages readers to reflect on their passions, strengths, and values. He suggests asking questions like, what issues do I feel strongly about? And how can I use my skills to serve others? Robbins also recommends exploring past experiences to identify moments that felt deeply meaningful or fulfilling. Often, these moments provide clues about one's true calling. Once individuals define their mission, Robbins advises creating a plan for pursuing it. This involves setting specific goals and taking consistent action toward making a positive impact. Robbins acknowledges that pursuing a mission may involve sacrifices and challenges, but he believes that the rewards of a purpose-driven life far outweigh the costs. He argues that when people are aligned with their mission, they experience a profound sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment that is not easily shaken by setbacks. The power of a compelling future. Robbins emphasizes the importance of having a compelling vision of the future, not just for oneself, but for the world. He explains that a compelling vision inspires action, fosters hope, and provides a sense of direction during difficult times. When people are connected to a vision that goes beyond their immediate needs, they are more likely to persevere and find meaning in their efforts. Robbins encourages readers to imagine a future where they have made a positive impact, even if it's in a small way. He believes that by visualizing this ideal future, individuals can create a sense of anticipation and excitement that fuels their daily actions. This vision becomes a guiding light, reminding them of the difference they want to make and helping them stay focused on their purpose. For example, someone whose vision is to improve literacy rates in their community can use this image to stay motivated, even when faced with challenges. Every small step, whether it's volunteering to teach reading or donating books to a local library, becomes part of a larger journey toward fulfilling this vision. Robbins argues that by keeping a compelling vision in mind, individuals can create a sense of momentum that propels them forward. Legacy and the ripple effect of positive action. Robbins concludes Awaken the Giant Within by discussing the concept of legacy, which he defines as the lasting impact a person leaves behind. He encourages readers to think about what they want their legacy to be, not in terms of material achievements, but in the values, relationships, and contributions that endure beyond their lifetime. Robbins explains that living with a focus on legacy changes how people approach their lives. Instead of seeking immediate gratification, they begin to consider the long-term effects of their actions and choices. Robbins introduces the idea of the ripple effect to show how individual actions, no matter how small, can create waves of positive change. He argues that when people live with integrity, kindness, and purpose, their behavior inspires others to do the same, creating a chain reaction of positive influence. By focusing on legacy, individuals can contribute to a world that reflects their highest ideals, creating a lasting impact on their families, communities, and beyond. Robbins encourages readers to see their lives as part of a larger story, where each person's contributions combine to shape the world. He reminds readers that they are never alone in their efforts. Every positive action, no matter how modest, contributes to a collective legacy of compassion, resilience, and hope. Conclusion: Awakening the Giant Within. Robbins ends the book by urging readers to embrace their full potential and awaken the giant within. He reminds readers that they possess the power to shape their destinies, overcome obstacles, and create a life of meaning. Robbins encourages individuals to stay committed to their personal growth, use their strengths to help others, and continue pursuing a life that reflects their highest values. The ultimate message of Awaken the Giant Within is one of empowerment and responsibility. Robbins believes that by mastering our inner world, our beliefs, values, emotions, and habits, we can become agents of positive change. The journey to personal transformation is not just about achieving success, but about making a meaningful contribution to the lives of others. Robbins leaves readers with a call to action, to live boldly, pursue their dreams, and make a lasting impact on the world. In Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins shows us that true transformation is within our reach. By taking control of our decisions, mastering our emotions, and aligning our actions with our values, we can create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and positive impact. Remember, every small change brings us closer to the life we envision. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to awaken your own potential, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who might need a boost of inspiration. Let me know in the comments which insight from Robbins' book resonated with you the most. Let's take the first step together. Start today.